Hello, my name is Muhammad Mamiza Muhammad Samsudin. My registration number is 01-PKA20F2056. I will tell you about the introduction. So, the Marshall method of mix design is considered the most popular method for designing the paving mixtures. The concept of the Marshall method of designing paving mixtures were formulated by Bruce Marshall, formerly bituminous engineer with the Mississippi State Highway Department. The U.S. Corps of Engineers improved and added certain features to Marshall test procedure and developed the mix design criteria. The Marshall test procedure has been standardized by the American Society for Testing and Material, or in short form ASTM. ASTM D1559, there are some definitions should be known. Stability is the maximum load resistance in Newton that the standard test specimen will develop at 60 degrees when tested as outlined hereinafter. Flow, the total movement of strain in unit of 0.25 mm occurring in the specimen between no load and maximum load during the stability.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Amar Azafri bin Abdul Halim and my registration number is 01DKA20F2043. So today I will be explaining about the objective of this experiment. So the aim of this experiment is to check the density void analysis and the stability flow test of the compacted test specimen. And number 2, be well known with the Marshall method of mix design and determine the optimum alpha content that satisfy the 5 curve, which is unit weight versus AC, air voids versus AC, stability versus AC, VMA versus AC, flow versus AC, and determine of the specific gravity for alpha and aggregates. And the last one, compare the result with the specification.
Hello, my name is Mio Muhammad Shahidi bin Mio Muhammad Shahrul Akmal. My register number is 01DKA20F2058. Today I will explain about the work of this experimental laboratory is: firstly, prepare at least 3 samples of aggregate blend according to the aggregate distribution illustrated in the appendix. Secondly, put the specimen of aggregate in the oven for 5 hours at least, and then put the asphalt in the oven at 1500 Celsius for not more than 1 hour, and then put the aggregate in a pan and mix it until a homogeneous aggregate blend heat. Then put the aggregate in the pan on a hot plate later and make a hole at the center of the aggregate. Add the asphalt at the hole of the aggregate according to the weight specific before, which is the weight of asphalt by total weight of mix. See table 5:2 for asphalt weights, and then mix the asphalt with the aggregate using a large spoon until the mixture become homogeneous. Okay, number 8. During the mixing, someone brings the Marshall mold from the oven and put in on the compactor. And number 9, put a filter paper at the bottom of the mold and bind the inside walls of the mold with grease. Number 10, add the mixture in the mold, add a filter paper on the surface of the mixture, then put the hammer on the mold and start the compaction. 35 blows for light traffic, 50 for medium, and 75 for heavy traffic. And number 11, put the mold side until it is cool for the room temperature, and then extrude the specimen from the mold using a head. And the last, write the number of specimen on it and make sure to save the specimen number 1 to the next experiment.
Hi, my name is Ahmad Mutakin bin Ahmad Munawi. My registration number is 01DKA20F2036, and I will present about analysis data from this Marshall test. So these 2 tables is for specific gravity. There are many mix design methods used to find the optimum asphalt content. One of these methods is the Marshall method, which give a sufficient result can be used in mix design. There are many calculations in this test, and we return back the specific gravity of the bitumen test to find the GB of the asphalt, and we found it equal to 1.006. From the result shown in the appendix, we found that the asphalt's content is equal 5.30% by the weight of the total mix, and this value justify the specification which put rank for most suitable asphalt content from 4.5% to 5.5%. From the table shown in the appendix and the 5 charts plots versus content, we found that for the stability versus the rank is 1500 to 1700, which is larger than 715 as in the specification, and we found that the curve increase as SC percent increase up to the mass stability. This is due to the increasing in commutation action between the asphalt and aggregate. Then the curve goes down due to the increasing of the distance between the aggregates in the commutation action decrease. And for the flow versus SC, we found that the rank of the flow is 9 until 13, which is within the rank as in the specification from 8 to 18, and we found that when the SC percent increase, the flow increase, and this is due to the increasing and distance between the aggregate will increase the interaction between the aggregate and asphalts.
Assalamualaikum and hello, my name is Sharin Zamir Ramli. My registration number is 01DKA20F2047. Today I would like to present about the discussion and conclusion for the Marshall test. Discussion and conclusion. From the results shown in the appendix, we found that the asphalt content is equal 5.30% by the weight of the total mix, and this value satisfied the specification which put rank for most suitable asphalt content 4.5% to 5.5%. After carrying up the checks, we note that this asphaltic content is 4.81%. From this experiment, we can conclude that the errors may be not affect obviously on the values of G, but will affect obviously on the air content and mineral voids in aggregates. The second, the calculation of the Marshall method is complicated, but if calculate accurately, the optimal asphalt content will be very good. If we want more accuracy in the Marshall test, we should take more samples to test. Last but not least, if one chart from the 5 chart didn't achieve the specification, the test must be done again with a new sample and new materials, proportions and properties. The Marshall test is the core of any project. When the compaction of the sample increase, the stability will increase, the flow will decrease, the air voids will decrease, the voids of mineral aggregates will decrease, the unit weight will decrease. That's all from me, thank you.